Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Boston College Eagles. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the North Carolina Tar Heels offense will get the first swing of the game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Finds his target down the middle. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out of their own 37. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Hardy. He's gonna lose a yard on that one.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it set up on the outside. Breaks into the open. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense. What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Eagles offense has the ball for the first time. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority, number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches, as many ways as you can.
Feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just, you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like, he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up.
And how about the awareness by this guy on third down, a scramble play. Everything's breaking down, but he never panics. And also knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down. It's third. I can't slide early. I can't run out of bounds. I'm probably going to have to put my body on the line here and take a big hit and risk that to get this first. That's a big-time leadership play by the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. Turning it on!
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. They'll go to the ground. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain, and it's a first down for Boston College. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. Picks up the first down. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. And the Golden Eagles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Off-play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. On first and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Trying to barge their way in. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. Touchdown, Eagles! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And I love finding the big fella down in the red zone. Third and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Going to swing it on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Zings it complete to the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands.
Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He'll throw it. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heel.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, Dave, and gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his spot. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period, first down here. This is a designed run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Boston College will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here's the handoff. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Time to take a shot. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. UTSA is down right now inside the Alamo Dome. But this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in San Antonio. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Temple.
There he goes. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Boston College right back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's got it down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
To the air on first down. Takes the easy one to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Gets it to him on the screen. Inside the 40. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Boston College coming to the line after moving the chains. Looking to throw again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game he was under 50% on his throws.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Look at the big fella roll. He's at the 10. Touchdown, North Carolina. How about this defense taking one back to the house? These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got an open man. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Boston College wants to play fast.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Creates a little space. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. They boot it away. Makes the catch at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Trying to get behind the defense. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass in what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. Quarterback moving. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
I got to be honest, guys. I know there are a lot of people out there with this field position that would say punt the football, but based on the success they've had early in this game with 3 touchdowns already, playing with confidence, I think I'd just go for it.
Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The Tar Heels will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the right. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and
unleashes one deep. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
BC back to work after picking up the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a two-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
Boston College.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. On the run, it's Hardy. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. It's complete on the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run play action. Going downfield for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your bet.
Breaks into the open. Gives him the big stiff arm. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. Boston College right back to the line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Boston College putting together a very efficient drive. The run to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there. Giving up some size and still making the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Running back searching for a hole. Hard running there. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Right back to the well. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the 3rd quarter, march down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Boston College, 14.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score and just... pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They're going to run it. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Boston College wants to play fast.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Chucks it out of the air. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Boston College will send out the punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Hands it off. Makes a man miss. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Oh, what a move to get open. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his...
Touchdown, UNC! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this QB started to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
North Carolina, 42. Boston College, 14.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner will be dragged down. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a... Balance. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
22 water. 22 water.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete to the right. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that you're...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Takes a hit as he fires. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
A big part about playing the quarterback position is turning the page, playing the next play, not letting bad plays beat you. And that's his first career interception in college football, so that's going to sting. But now you've got to get back out there and lead your team.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. And the Tar Heels have pushed it inside the 20.
29 Philly.
To the ground, he's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
42 Spider.
Wants to go up top. Using his legs to buy some time. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. It's complete. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The Tar Heels are on the move. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, North Carolina! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns tonight. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short term. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go wrong.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Pocket breaking down. Another incompletion on third down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Harding. Turning it on. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long, or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Kentucky needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Lexington behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Mississippi State. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition. And if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Picked off. What a way to set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on second down. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Grab near the marker. It's Duarte. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. From the gun. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Trying to find the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on second and long. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Boston College will send out the punt team. Now on the return. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to throw on first down. He lets it fly. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.